Let's got here, and it's time to talk about Witch Hat Atelier. And what an unreal cliffhanger to end this season, which has been fantastic. But I'm like, they're gonna end it on a giant cliffhanger, and more than so, like right in the middle of probably the darkest, scariest, biggest, most dangerous thing they have done so far. Is like, yeah, we're gonna end it here, guys. Wait for season 2. At least we know season 2 is coming, but this was cruel. This was cruel way to end it here. But let's get into the episode and talk about it. Now, picks up from last week. We have the trio, them running away from the Brim Hat inside. Meanwhile, on the outside, we have peaceful times. Coco and Teti are racing, playing around. They didn't know what was happening inside here. Kifrey commenting about Coco's shoes that she gave to Agot, which kind of in turn ended up saving them, to say the least. And I think they should increase the speed of shoes in general, considering the times how much dangerous things are going moving forward here. Then we also have Lyra's hat. Her warning goes on the outside to Kifrey. And this, where we have everything going to shit basically on the inside and on the outside. The giant stone snake thing turns into a golem and attacks them. Kifrey gets taken out, more like knocked out, gets wounded very badly on the back of his head, on the spine there, gets knocked out here. He still protects the two girls with him. We're gonna get back to Kifrey, but yeah, he's not gonna be able to just jump in the same way as he did when they're running away from the dragon. And I kind of like this. He shouldn't just always be there to save the situation here. Not like he was last time, because the girls still had to work together, do a lot of things here. I really like the development Uini got in this episode. Yeah, development, and also we're gonna get to Uini. Don't let's not rush with that here. But Kifrey is also wounded. We're gonna get back to him then. And speaking of the trio, they're running inside here. I like how Uini finally is able to use a bit more his circumstances. The cloak he made with the darkness, he's able to hide them, even from the Brim Cap. Even he was a bit surprised, but this caused him to lose his disguise with the animals. And in the back of my hand throughout the episode, I'm like, okay, I get they're in danger, right? I'm very weak when it comes to seeing wounded animals. Like, please keep the Mirfon safe. Please keep the animals safe. Please, they need to be safe there. And then we have the Brim Cap finding them here. I like how Riche is able to save Uini here. They make a run from it again. They reach a dead end. Agat gets a brilliant idea to freeze the road so they can pass the traps there, so they can cross. They slide, and thanks to the shoes, they slide even faster with a rocket boost here. And probably the most important thing here in this episode, which I really liked quite a lot, was Riche kind of got a big dose of reality throughout the episode. She finally says, when Uini asks her, hey, can we use some wind to go even faster? She's like, no, I can't really use other spells. I only learned what I liked. And that's why I even said it last few episodes. It's very good to focus on what you like, what you know, what you're into. But like I said, she's pretty much into that extreme when you lose a lot of flexibility and also a lot of variety and things to have in your arsenal if you're just a one-trick pony, so to say here. And like how Yun is like, here, have my palm choir, his Pokédex with spell basically gives it to her, and that meant quite a lot to her here. But they still were on the run even with that moment. And Coco, my bad, Agatha realizes that they're actually in fact after Coco. And I like how she was willing to put herself in danger. She lies, says, hey, Coco is not here. She goes back, leaves the other two to run. She kind of stays behind to hold off the Brim Cap. She's not here. She got her memory erased by the Knights. She even full-blown lies there. And considering how the series started and the relationships and the dynamic with Coco and Agot, they have come so far. And like I said, Coco killed Agot with kindness there. But I was like, there's no way it's gonna be that easy. And this Brim Cap is very, very suspicious. He says some very big and interesting things, to say the least. He knows she is lying because she's part of the liars, kind of referring to the witches, the pointed caps. Apparently they were sinners in the past, well, at least according to him and the Brim caps, but now they're weak, and he wants to use Agot to uh, convince Coco and the others to get along with forbidden magic. And I feel like Uini got a bit interested there, or at least the camera stayed on him quite a bit there, but yeah, I can understand his temptation if he felt that a bit, but what happened with him after this, yeah, there. But here we get a bit of a glimpse with the brim caps. What exactly do they want when he said what witch's hat are the witches meant to wear? Like which side of the balance of the scales there, and they just want to hasten that moment. Now, I still have my theory that I don't know if I'm correct or not. I said it with the Tarta episode. Think what happened in the past, something fucked up the entire world, not just the big incident, like a giant catastrophe incident. And I don't think there's any actual color or something got lost into the world, and then they use magic to hide that fact. Now, I don't know if I'm correct with that. Maybe I'm just reading too much into things, but I feel like it's leaning or alluding a bit into that there. So I'm really curious. I feel like even the normal witches are definitely hiding something. We don't know the full picture. I'm curious, like I said also when the series started, is the magic in this world actually hidden from everybody just to keep them safe? Because we see how fucked up magic is. There's definitely a case for this, and I like the entire discussion and theme is a lot more nuanced than just bad or evil. So is the magic hidden just to keep everybody safe, or is it hidden so somebody just can be in control and hoard the power just for them? I feel like it's kind of a bit of both, but I'm curious where it leans a bit more, what exactly happened in the past there. So yeah, he wants to use Agot to draw in Coco, and actually starts drawing a spell on Agot to change her body. Of course, she freaks out, but thankfully she's saved by Uini breaking the road and Riche throwing a ribbon to save her there. I liked how well they work together, both of them here. They save Agot. Uini gets some confidence. Like, okay, I'm liking him. Uini getting confidence is great. But then he gets caught by the brimmed cap, and that guy is fucked up. And even more, and I feel like this has to be done intentionally, right? Like, he has the voice of Mayuri from Bleach. And if you know Bleach and you know Mayuri, it fits perfectly with this brim cap, because he kind of pulls a show tucker on Uini and starts transforming him into a monster there. Just as soon as he got confidence, this guy can catch no break. He was even thinking, I'm gonna talk to my master, showing him I'm useful here, I can do things in my own way, this is valuable. But that guy just took it to extreme and turned all of his words and confidence and everything against him, so to say, turning him into a monster. It looked really, really creepy. But then something also happened that surprised even the brim cap, saying, yeah, I didn't expect this. The scales, he turns into a scale wolf, like kind of like the ones we saw at the start of the season. This got me thinking, could that be more humans? That's how we have the weird animals into the world, and even more after the way the episode here. And I have so many questions about the world, and this is why it makes the series and the characters and everything so interesting to me. But I feel bad for Uini. Just as soon as he got confidence here, he feels like he was losing himself. He's able to not attack them, he's able to run off. Like, I don't know what's going to happen to him. Is it reversible or not? This guy said, yeah, it's possible, magic can do anything, but are those just words of grandeur, or can you actually save him? Because it's gonna be forbidden magic. He changed his body, he literally broke the one of the cardinal rules there. But then he leaves. I think he kind of in a way achieved his purpose to draw in the others here. Riche instantly wants to save Uini, but I like how Agot calmed down the situation a bit, and this was probably my favorite dialogue part of the episode here. Says, hey, let's first also take care of the Mirfons. They're scared, we have to take them, we have a responsibility here. Rich is like, wait, you don't care about Uni? No, calm down. We're gonna do this also. We're gonna split up. I'm gonna go after Uni, referring to herself, and you're gonna go with the animals. It's like, wait, why? And this is a giant dose of reality that Riche neither. Don't get me wrong, I love Riche, Angry Riche also, she's very cute, but like I said, she's not very flexible, and I like how Agot said it, you don't know spells here, only fixated on some things. I know more spells than you, I can be a lot more flexible. That was harsh, but very true, especially going against some like a Brimcap and trying to help Uini also. She has a very limited arsenal, so to say, and I hope this kind of opens up her mind a bit more with Richard there. But after this, we have on the other side, she brush Buddy, the first one to wake up. He wakes up Coco. We see Kifrey actually protected them, holding them, even though he was still knocked out. And Unde, Coco wakes up here, sees that he's hurt. He also wakes up, but then I didn't expect this. I was like, okay, now we're gonna have to figure out how to take care of Kifrey. He's probably gonna be very weakened here, which he still is, but I didn't expect this to be very creepy, and got even creepier than before, because we saw what happened with Uini. We know how fucked up the world, the past was here, and apparently some of the Romanon people, the ones that were turning to gold, are alive, or technically alive. They're kind of like in their golden form and very angry and distorted, and probably their mind is fucked up, but they hate witches with a passion, to say the least. And it's understandable from that perspective. And you're not gonna be able to logic with them, probably, considering, hey, witches turn you into gold. Are you gonna care at that point? And after so long of a time, your logic brain is probably not working here. So they're surrounded basically by crazed monsters there. They hate witches. Kifrey is hurt. The other two are still just students, also hurt probably a bit, not as much as Kifrey. He even lost his cloak of illusion, and he still wants to protect them. I like that moment. I'm gonna protect you, I'm your master, showing how much he cares for them here, telling them stay close to me, and then he starts using a spell or something. He does something, looks really cool, aura farming, awesome scene there. Fuck, the episode ended. I'm like, no. Where is season 2? We need season 2 right now. And I know we're getting season 2, but where is the next episode? And if you guys know me, spoilers don't bother me. I have to have so much self-control not to look at spoilers myself personally for the series that I do videos on. As soon as the episode ends, I'm like, do I check ahead? Do I read ahead? Do I pick up the manga? Or do I hold out for season 2 when it comes? Still do the videos because I enjoy them quite a lot, just talking about anime, sharing my thoughts. That's why I even have the channel. I do hope you guys enjoy them also here. But yeah, now let's look a bit at the overall series. I do feel like this season has been great. I'm not just talking about the animation. Yes, the animation, production, and so on, very great here. But the story, the characters, the world are more than intriguing and got me hooked into the series. But also I feel like this is just the beginning. I feel like we barely just scratched the surface here. I'm really curious where the series is going to go. I have a million and one questions to say the least, but this is one of the best series this year so far, especially new series. But we'll see. I don't know. Am I gonna pick up the manga, or am I just gonna wait for season 2? What do you guys think I should do here? But I'd like from you guys, comment below what you think of the adaptation so far, if you read the source material. If you're new, let me know what you think about the anime. Please don't go into spoilers. For me also, I still haven't made my decisions. Make sure you like, subscribe, helps me quite a lot. Let me know if you guys enjoy videos like this with the series and everything. And we're gonna have to wait for season 2 right now. And I don't know, what do you guys think I should do? Do I pick up the manga, or do I wait for season 2 and we have more videos? So let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Keep enjoying anime. Bye bye.